so much for receiving me.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I'm from ROCKline, and I like to read some questions. That's the first time here in Brazil. And how's the feeling? What can we expect about the show, about you?
A very, very warm welcome, and I don't know, we just hope to deliver a very good performance because, of course, like our first rocking video is gonna be, we're gonna remember it for the rest of our lives. So yeah, so let's have a good remember.
You are the one of most famous rock and roll bands nowadays, and it's amazing. You have the idea how big is to stay here in Brazil and play at Rock in Rio?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like been one of the festivals we've been the most excited to play, because like we're playing like before Guns N' Roses, so that already is insane. Yeah, and also it's like one of the biggest rock festivals where literally every band in the world has played and delivered like iconic and historical performances, and it's first time in Brazil, so many people, so like everything sounds amazing.
Good, good. And talking about Brazil and Brazilian fans, and also the interview that you say that I decided to here in Brazil to see the fans, and have you felt the Brazilian energy and the fans?
We have.
Yeah, you can see it everywhere.
You are being growing voice for our generation, and including me, because I'm young. But would you like to leave a message for the Brazilian youth, the Brazilian fans?
We just hope that our music can inspire people to follow their dreams and passions, and we hope to do so also in Brazil. So fans, Brazilian fans, follow your passion.
That's good. And could you describe a little bit more? You started music. You have a second job to raise funds sometimes. To work with music, with communication, a little bit this.
At first, like we started playing very, very young, so we've never had this thing of having, of course, a struggle with it in that economic sense, like as a job and everything. But because we went to school like 14 years old, but what we've experienced is it was like, of course, quite hard to be taken seriously because we were so young, and also Italy is not maybe the best place for upcoming artists because there's not many chances like to get to play. There's not many venues for upcoming or stuff like that. So we started to play a lot on the streets as buskers, and that helped us a lot, like developing, I'd say, our performing skills and everything. But then, I don't know, I think we're very lucky because everything happened so naturally for us, and we didn't even realize at the time what we were going through and all the steps that we made. But every block came together perfectly, and everything just led to where we are now. So I think we can't complain.
How did you feel to win the award at the VMAs?
It was nice.
Cool.
Like, yeah, no, it was great.
And the win the award and come to Brazil, so many energy. You brought to rock and roll dirty attitude, like Guns N' Roses at the start, and which was forgotten for Guns and some other bands. Do you think that rock and roll become a little bit bureaucratic?
In what sense?
Not to show the dirty attitude, to show attitude to the people.
Yeah, I think like it's a bit harder nowadays than in the past, of course, because I think that like with social media and everything, it really has developed a lot the way that artists are perceived, of course. So what you do now, it stays like forever, and everyone will see it and give their opinion and judgment. So I think that many of the things that were done in the past nowadays would be considered completely insane, and you couldn't do the same today. But I think it's also a good thing on some points because there's more knowledge about stuff, and like I think as the society is developing, of course, this leads to more criticizements towards certain kinds of habits and thing you do or you say or whatever. But it can be either in a positive or in a negative way. Of course, I think that on the most it's just something positive because it means the society is developing and not accepting what's wrong anymore. But then, of course, on some other topics now there's a bit less wildness and less authenticity, as you said, because like as even, I don't know, doing an interview or anything, it goes onto the internet, it stays forever, so you have to be really careful about what you say and everything, while maybe in the past you were more like free, also just playing a concert, I don't know, 4 years ago, and there was no footage, no phones, no anything, so you could literally do whatever, and it was just in the moment for the present people, you know. Well, nowadays you play and then it goes like on TV, and in the meantime you're playing, so you're like, oh, yeah, cool, but like everything is just really staying, you know.
But I think that having more like visibility on what artists are doing is kind of how do you say, it happened many times in the history of music and cinema and whatever, that someone got like really famous and became an icon, and then 20 years apart you discovered that he was like a molester or something like this, and then it's very hard to deconstruct what the idea of the person has been created. And now if you do like criminal shit, they're gonna see you in the moment and you're gonna break it. And I think it's very positive because
that's good.
Because we tend to make famous bad people, and it's happening a little bit less. So I think it's a very good thing.
But situations are now controlled, so
not controlled. Like people have awareness of what you're doing, and it's good because you shouldn't molest girls.
What's your next steps up to here, up to Rock in Rio?
We're going to São Paulo.
São Paulo, then Buenos Aires, and Santiago de Chile.
And São Paulo, it's a place that have a lot of listeners of MANESKIN artists, Spotify. But your music was spreading a lot of the countries, and not only São Paulo, Rio de Janeiro, but Manaus, Fortaleza, another places here in Brazil. There are possibilities come back to more dates, more
Of
places.
course.
Why not?
Yeah.
That's
If you want us.
we want us.